Welcome to Western Mass News, your school authority. We continue to provide you the very latest information surrounding the coronavirus pandemic. Thanks for joining us here on ABC 40. I'm Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, I'm Taylor Jacobs, and there's so many questions right now surrounding the schools. We're taking this half hour really to focus on your concerns out there.
So let's do it. We turn to Dr. John O'Reilly, Chief of Pediatrics with Baystate Health. Dr. O'Reilly, thanks for taking the time out to meet with us today. So we'll start here. Should schools close every time a student or staff member tests positive for COVID?
Well, the short answer to that is no. And I think that the State Department of Education has done a great job giving schools protocols knowing that there will be cases within the school. For a single case, that student, that staff member will be sent home. Their close contacts will be sent home to quarantine. And there'll be a response of contact tracing and deep cleaning. The problem gets into when there's multiple cases or multiple staff members within a school. Then it becomes a higher level question at the superintendent level, the state level, about what do we do? Do we need to close that school? And I think the take-home message for your audience is that schools stay open if community transmission rates stay low. So to keep those community rates low, please wear your mask, do social distancing, wash your hands, avoid those big house parties or block parties where there could be super spreading events. Follow those safety precautions, the schools will stay open.
Some sound advice there, Doctor. Okay, so let's switch gears here a tiny bit. With some students heading back into the class this week, what symptoms should the parents out there be looking for as a reason to keep their child, let's say, home for the day? If I had a cough, would you say no go?
Yes, I think we've learned a lot as COVID has gone on, and the CDC on the website has this long list of symptoms. We started thinking it was just fever and shortness of breath and cough, but it's really expanded to a whole body-wide set of symptoms. If you're extremely fatigued, if you have a headache, muscle ache, runny nose, sore throat, the kids have a lot of GI stuff about belly pain and constipation, diarrhea. And even we're hearing about the loss of taste, the loss of smell, these COVID toes. I think the bottom line is there's so many symptoms, it's hard for a parent to know exactly when their child wakes up. So if your child is showing any sign of illness, keep them home. Don't send them to school. Don't risk the spread. Call the pediatrician. Get a televisit. Figure out with those set of symptoms, should your child be tested? How long should your child stay home? What should we do about quarantine? All
right, good stuff, Doctor. Now, the start of school also means the start of some after-school programs. Are indoor activities like dance or gymnastics considered high risk?
Well, I think we all know that outdoor activities are better than indoors, and I think parents doing indoor activities should ask three questions. Is the ventilation system good in that indoor facility? Do they have a MERV 13 or better filter? What are they doing within that facility about the simple things? How are we doing gymnastics with masks and hand washing, social distancing, and so on? And then what about the equipment? How are you sterilizing the beam or the uneven bars or the rings in between participants? So how are we doing that to keep our kids safe? It's important to kids, not only their physical health, but their mental health, to get back to their activities, get back to those social bonds of teammates. So we want to do it in a safe way, and we can do it in a safe way if we look at the details and keep the kids safe.
Dr. John O'Reilly, the Chief of General Pediatrics over at Baystate Health. We really appreciate you coming on here today, sir, enlightening us all, and we'll have more of your insight here in the coming days.
And a reminder, Western Mass News is your school authority. We'll work to answer your questions and concerns about the upcoming school year. All you have to do is call our newsroom at 413-846-0200 or email us schoolauthority@westernmassnews.com.